Good day guys, Bing here. So today we're going to try this one. So some roof structure, I believe. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so okay, so yeah, I think we can probably just use a structure framing to model this in place. So okay, so let's try this. Okay, so first create a project, and so let's first maybe just create a roof first. So looks like this is it's not gable, but I think it's called Dutch gable, something like that. But anyway, so yeah, it's not important, but maybe just let's just create as a hip roof. So okay, so let's create a roof first. So maybe size, not too sure, maybe 9 meter wide and 15 meter long, maybe, just roughly. Okay, so that's all good. Finish. Let's go to 3D view. So now we have this roof, right? So looks like yeah, I think that's okay. So it doesn't really matter. the pitch or the slope, it doesn't matter, because so you can always change, right? So you can always change, and also because we are going to use structure framing, and we're going to pick all these edges, so we don't even need to know what the angle, all these angles are. Okay, so now first what we're going to do is see this is a ridge line, all this, right? So we're going to place use structure beams or structure framing. So let's load some. So currently there's only a UB here, so let's load. So now go to, so I'm going to just use the, so these are just the Autodesk Revit content. So I have this on Australian one, and we can just load a structure framing. Okay, so I'm just going to use a wood. So maybe just use this one, and okay, so now we can pick some size, right? So maybe I'll just pick this one. Okay, so let's have a look at size. I'll make this one slightly easier for myself. Okay, so currently it's all the numbers is not very easy to work with. So I'm going to just rename it. Maybe I'll make it 45 by 140. Okay, so and then I'll also change this one to 140 by 45. So now we can start to place. So first I'm going to play. So see this. So there are actually two. Looks like there are two, right? So and then this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. So I'm going to place those 6 first. So I just go to so we already here. So beam, and then here. So I'll use pick line, and also I'll just active this one. So 3D snapping. 3D snapping means when you pick. So when you pick this one, it will automatically place a beam at that location. So currently, so it's only showing a line. So this is because we are using the detail level, coarse detail level. So if we change to median, so we'll see this, right? So and also with the 3D snapping, if we pick this one, it will also create a beam. So following the ridge line, right? So it's on an angle. So let's just quickly place another one. Now, and then this one. So now because we have two, right? So I'm going to select this one, select this beam, and then I'll use so go to use the Y justification. So Y justification is the direction, so on this, so either left or right. So if I change this one to, so for example left, and then you can see, so it's using the right hand side as along with the ridge of this roof. So, okay, so and then we can just offset. So for example, I want a gap like maybe 45, so which means I can just type in 22.5. So this, negative, type in negative 22.5, so it will offset 22.5 millimeter, so to that side. And then once we have this one, so one option is we can probably just mirror this. Looks like we can, so we can just place another one. So maybe, okay, so I'll just use CS, create similar again, so pick line. So this time I'll change this one to right, and with the positive 22.5, I'll pick this line again, so you can see we have another one. So yeah, that's it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you might say, oh, we don't need this. Looks like it stopped only here, right? So but don't worry, we'll fix that later. So the next step is we have these two, so we have another two below that. So that's easy. We can just use, from these two, we can just copy them. So for example, I'll just copy Control C, and actually we can just we can directly, because we already pressed Control C, we can directly change them back and paste and align in the same place. So create another two with the same height. So we can change this one. So one option is you can go here and just reduce this number by the amount you want to. So for example, if I want to change lower this by 900, for example, you can just type in 1726 or 0.9, or you can just keep them, just only here use the Z offset value. So we can just type in 900, so it will go down there. Right, so now we can just go to paste, and the lines in same place. We will paste another two here. So now what's next? So let me have a look again. So we have these two, this is we need these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So these horizontal ones, so align with these 4, but it's horizontal. So how can we do that? So we can still use the structural framing, pick line, but this time we don't active 3D snapping. So which means when we place this one, hang on, what's going on? Doesn't work. Yeah, so it works. So you can see when I move my cursor, it's actually here, placing here. So you can see current. I think it's probably placing it on the level instead of see here on the ground level. So maybe what we can do is I'll change this one to level 1, so at least it's a little bit higher, right? And also I'll just place one, maybe place 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now what we want to do is we want these to align with these at the same height. So we can just go here. We have this height with this offset. We just need to make sure we just use the same height. Actually, it's a little bit tricky because this one's level with that offset minus 900. This is currently sitting there. So yeah, I think we just need to add that. Okay, so I'll Control C. Okay, so and then select this one, Control V. Actually, we can just go press Home, equal, and minus 900. So this should be the number we need. Alt Control C, because this will only change one end. See that end, not this end. So if we Control V, so the whole thing will go up. Right? Now we just need to select all these three. Go Control V and Control V. So now we have this. Have 1, 2, 3, 4 at the same height as these two. But if we look from the top to the bottom, so along with these ridge lines, now we can trim them. So you can see trim. Oh, that doesn't work. Interesting. I thought it will. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's try, see if we can somehow we can trim this. So I'll try trim, extend, and use the roof. Yeah, it works, right? So we can use the roof to trim this structure framing. Okay, and how about this? Not really sure. So let's have it. Oh, actually, looks like this can be extended to that. So there's nothing there. Not sure. Maybe just manually do this. Maybe. Oh, here. So maybe. What's this? This is not right. Maybe I think it's probably because this one somehow connect with these two, because previously well, these two are the first two we created and then moved down. When we move down, it also changed this one. So maybe I'll see if I can. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Try this. There's some options. So this is what's this one? Being column joints. Not sure. Yeah, maybe let's don't mess. Oh, hell, what's going on? Oh, yeah. So this is actually I drag that up. Yeah, not sure what I'm going to do. You can also split SL. So yeah, if you don't really know how to trim them, so maybe you can just split them. I'll try again. It doesn't work. Anyway, so let's drag. Right, so you can always drag them, but let's don't spend too much time. I think we can always try to manually do that, so that should be fine. And okay, so maybe delete this part, drag this, maybe drag this back. Okay, I think this is okay, so not too bad, not perfect, but at least we have something there, right? So the next step is we can add some vertical. So see here, vertical members. So it's actually quite simple. So you might say, vertical, do we need column? So actually we don't need column. We can place these on vertically, so not directly, so you can't just draw something like that, but we can let me think, how do we do it? We can rotate. So let's, for example, click on the side on the right, and then I'll just copy one up. Okay, so now if we directly do rotate, it won't allow us. So what we need to do is we need to pick a work plan, so a vertical work plan first. Go to architecture. So in this case, we can pick this face of this structure frame. Now we can rotate it, this one. See, 190 degree. Okay, so now we can just go to the top, and then you can see, this is the beam. So we can just move it here. So roughly, yeah, here, right? So yeah, just sitting in the middle. And then how can we adjust the height? We can just do align, or we can just do, I think we can do extend as well. Let's try extend. Yeah, so see, it's very simple, right? And then we just copy this. So for example, I'll just copy this one to the right hand side. Okay, we have this. Now let's have a look again. So we might need to do some array. So again, so we can just go to the right hand side, and we can do AR. Oh, doesn't work. That's fine. Let's go to the top. Let's try rotate to the top view, so it's more like a floor plan, and do AR again. So now you can see we can create arrays. And also with array, I'll just do the last, so I know where exactly the last need to be. So I just click on here, roughly here, and then just type in a number. For example, I'll just type in 5, right? Maybe 6. Okay, so let's have a look. So now we have this. And then we might need some bracing. See here. So it's hang on, maybe we should move this a little bit closer. Maybe, yeah. Oh, looks like the roof is not long enough. So relative to this one's quite long, skinny. This was mine is not. Maybe let's just adjust the roof. So I'll just make this a little bit longer. So maybe 24 meter instead, right? That should be long enough. HH. Now we can just move. Oh, maybe I'll just type HR, go to top, wireframe WF, or just directly move this. So, I think I know why we can't do the trim thing. So previously we tried to trim them, but it doesn't work because they are not aligned. So this one is with origin, this one is not. See? This is why. So sorry about that. So let's just fix this. So select all these. So those with offset, right, an offset, change this one to origin with a 0 offset. So now they are all aligned, right? So let's go back to this again. Try the trim again. So you can see perfect. So this time we can trim. So because they are aligned, right? Great. So yeah, in reality, it might not the link. Yeah, probably this is not what they need to be. So let's try. Yeah, I guess it's more like this. You can always try being this beam column joint, and I guess in reality it will be something like what's not sure. Yeah, not really sure about all the structure stuff, but yeah, I guess it's more like this one. Okay, so let's just leave the other three as it is. So let's change the size of this. So we can just select here MV. I'll pick the middle of this and just try to move this to align with the ridge line. Okay, so that's it. Now you can see it is also yeah, we can try trim. Doesn't work. That's fine. We can probably just to extend. I'll just use the end surface of that beam and then align with that, right? So let's do it again. So the end surface, so this one, and then click on this beam, so it will automatically extend to match that. So let's change to shade SD, and also I'll just HH just temporarily hide it. So now we can, because this is array, right? So we can just move it to this this side, and we might just need to add a little bit more. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So let's type 7. Yeah. So now we have this. So the next step is the bracing. So to do that, we first need to load a new structure framing, which it will be. So let's go to steel. There is a bar. Oh, probably not here. Australian standard. Square bar, round bar. Okay, so I'll just pick a very skinny one, so 10 mil. So for this one, okay, 3D snapping. Looks like we are not picking. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Looks like we are not picking. Oh, hang on, here, and why it's there? So let me have a look. So edit group. Okay, so I think the reason why we're picking this point instead of here is when we try to adjust this one, we use a line AL to match the. So what we need to do is actually the same as this one, because we use extend, because the end of this structure frame is actually here, and then with an offset, see here, offset, negative offset. So we just need to change this one to 0. So, and then instead of trying to drag this or align, we need to drag this endpoint to align with this. So the easiest way is just use extend and pick the bottom face of this framing and pick the upper part of this. So now see, that's there, and do the same. So let's change this one to 0, extend bottom face of this framing, pick the upper face of this framing. So now this is it. Because this is an array, so once we finish, you can see all these will be fixed. Now we can create a beam or structural framing, or even you can just do bracing as well. So and then use this. We can just go to here, make sure you have 3D snapping activated. Oh, hang on. Again, let's have a look again. So looks like we're currently using the right. So maybe we should change this to origin with the 0 offset. So yeah, I think that's okay, because we can always, you know, go to the top and move them back. So now they are centered. I think they should be. Oh, and also here, so top, maybe change this one to center instead. So now you can see that this dot is located in the middle, because we have origin in the center, right? So which means when we try to place a bracing, so when you try to use 3D snapping top SE snap endpoint, see, we can pick the middle point. So let's just, oh hell, what's going on here? Yeah, and then it's a bit hard to pick that point. So let's type SE snap endpoint, tab, click. Okay, so now we have a bracing, right? So, and also because we already have an array, so we can just edit group, add this, so finish. So now we have this. Yeah, of course we because they are all the same, so you can see we should be, you know, the offset. That's fine. So maybe we just edit group and remove this. So it remove this from a group. Doesn't mean deleting them. Just bring them out of this array, so they are not inside this group anymore. So which means we can adjust them. So maybe I think the easiest way, maybe let's because this is actually not perfectly mirrored. So maybe we shouldn't just mirror this. We can just do it manually, quite easy. So, and also I'll just use wireframe WF, so easier to pick the endpoint. So let's see SE, and SE, and SE, right? So it's very simple. So you can directly pick the invisible, you know, center line of the structure. So if you use the wireframe, oh, we have another one here. So let's delete it. Okay, so let's continue. We have everything here. Yeah, so you might need to or want to add some plates. Yeah, and also all those nuts and bolts. Probably, yeah, you can just model in place, I guess. So, and also even those plates, you can quite easily just do it in place. So I'm not really sure about all these, you know, connections. Maybe you can quite easily create them, but yeah, I'm not really sure. So, but if you don't know how to do it, just like me, you can always, you know, place some extrusions. So for example, I'll just pick a work plan, so we can just create a extrusion. So I'll just quickly pick lines. So something like this, maybe. All right. So we can just, you know, do this. So trim. Sorry about that. Just one sec. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so basically you can just move in place, right? So it's very simple. Looks like we have some issue here, but still, maybe I'll just, yeah, so there's overlapping, right? So yeah, that's a plate. Maybe 5 mm was a little bit too thin, maybe make it 10. Control C, align same place, edit work plan, pick a plan, okay, pick the other side, so we can have another plate on the other side. Yep, so just like that. But yeah, I guess you can spend some to some time to create them quite easy, right? So okay, so these are very ugly. I don't like them, so maybe let's just quickly fix them. Or actually, so what I'm going to do, because it's all mirrored, so we can probably just delete them. So we have this, right? I'll select this. Maybe I'll just HR to bring back the roof. Go to the top, WF. So select this bit, so we can just do a mirror. Doesn't work. DM. So maybe we need to set world plan onto a ground, any of level horizontal world plan first, and then try DM again. DM mirror, yeah, and then we're going to pick the middle point. All right, so yeah, that's it. Do it again. DM midpoint on this roof. So we have this. So let's rotate a little bit. Looks like we have some issue here, but I'll just HH this SD. Yeah, so looks like, see the points here, actually they are okay. We can just trim them. Yeah, good. That's it. So now that looks better. So okay. So next step. What's next step? We have this roughly, right? So not very detailed, but you can always spend time to know how you want to have some connection between this. You can just do it, maybe just some model in place extrusion. So now let's add some more like these horizontal members, maybe all these rafters, right? Okay, so let's maybe add some these first. So looks like they go through all these. I think so. First, maybe I'll just use a 45. So same member as this. So I'll try what the distance between them. What's the distance for now? I'll just maybe CC copy. Currently 60. So maybe I'll just move this to the left by 15. So now it's 45. I'll finish. And then we need a horizontal member. So maybe I'll just use this one. I'll just borrow this one. Okay. So copy it to here. So I want to rotate this one, right? So by 45 degrees, I'll try RO 45 degrees. So yeah, now I'm going to just move this to here, right? So now we have this, and also we want this one to sit on top of this. So you can change the level, you can change the Z offset, or you can also change the Z justification. So for easiest way, change the bottom. That's it. So then let's just bring back the roof HR. So we have this. So we have this roof. We can extend this. So we can use trim extend. Pick this face. Pick this face. Pick this member. So okay, so now we have this, and then we want to array. So continue, right? So because we already have this array, we just need to edit group, add this, finish, and that's all, right? So that's all. So we have all the horizontal member, and then we need let's go back here. So looks like, see here, so we have two member parallel with the roof, the roof pitch, but on each side of this member. Okay, so that's quite easy to do, I think. So actually, before we do that, so let's just add a portion of the rafter. So okay, so let's do it. So go to structure, beam, system. Okay, so and then set world plan, pick a plan. Okay, pick this surface. So we're going to use this surface, right? And then we're going to only create this bit. So because we can pick support. So in this case, because we have this structural framings, we can actually pick them, and we don't have any here. So if you have a framing here, you can pick, but because we don't have, we're just going to pick along. Now trim TR, and also make sure, see here, so this is the beam direction. Okay, so if it's on the wrong direction, so for example, if this edge is the first one you pick, so the direction will be in this direction. So you just need to change it back to here, right? And also now we can change the spacing. For example, I'm going to use maximum spacing, maybe 450, and just change this one to this timber. So let's finish. Now we have this, right? We have this, and let's have a look here. So yeah, I guess this should stop on the side of this beam. So I think, yeah, I'm not quite sure what's the easiest way to adjust them. You know, one option is we can always I think we can probably this option change reference. Yeah, not really good at this. Oh, looks like we picked the wrong one. So let's try to select this beam system, edit boundary. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Let's delete this one, and then I'll just pick, see, maybe this one. Yeah, it looks like the same. Yeah, I guess it's the same, but still, if we select this one, I'll see if I can. Yeah, not really. So it looks like it extend to the other one. So yeah, don't know why, but I think we have all these options here, right? So although I'm not quite sure, so yeah, probably not this. I guess we can, if you don't worry too much about the details, we can always just edit boundary and drag this back a little bit, and then still that. So maybe we should just draw a line. How about that? Trim, finish. Still the same. Maybe we need to go edit and then reset system. Yeah, I think that's better. Maybe drag back a little bit. Finish. Okay, so I think that's good enough, right? Okay, so now we have this beam system, which there are 5 here. So now we can just easily copy this one. So for example, I'll just copy one to this side. Maybe use this one. Let's copy this, and we can just use a line. Pick the side of this beam and just attach this one to it. Okay, so now we can just mirror this, and probably not. Let's just copy and just make sure use align tool to align this. Okay, so now we have these two sitting just next to this one, and again, because we already have this array, we can just add these two into this group. So we repeat this. And how about the other side? Yeah, it's the same. So actually, yeah, we probably don't want to. You can also do this actually. So you can add all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we repeat, right? And then the only issue we have is we have one extra. But for this one extra, actually, we can just try to tab, select these. Because there are only 5, right? So we just need to tap 5 times. Oh, hang on, there's no option here. That's fine, let's just do it again. Tab, select, and just exclude that element. So see this one? Exclude in this group instance. So which means they are no longer there. So we still have this group, but yeah, in this group we won't have these 5 member. It's a little bit dark. Maybe I'll just hide the roof. Yeah, that's better. So, okay, so let's maybe we need it on the other side, right? So let's go to maybe side plan maybe. So wireframe. So I'll see if I can just mirror the beam system DM to the other side. Yeah, good. So go to 3D view again. So we have this, and maybe we need these two as well. So let's go to the side and select tab, select, and DM mirror to the other side. go to 3D view, select this group, edit, add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so finish. So now we have, yeah, we do the same. Tab select, exclude, tab select, tab select, tab select, tab select. Okay, so that's all we need. All right, so we have all these rafters. So now how about here? So it's exactly the same. So let's just bring back the roof against our HR. Maybe I'll just GD to turn up the lighting a little bit so it's not too dark. Okay, so it's easier for you to see what's going on here. Okay, so I think that's enough. So now for this bit, we can just try to tab select this beam system. So we can just copy this one. So because the pitch is the same, so we can just copy this and then edit boundary. So we just make sure, maybe just I'll just use this one. Okay, so trim, and also we need this edge. So let's just pick this edge. Trim, trim, and trim. So we don't need this one. Oh, sorry. Looks like Revit still have this issue. See? Just be very careful when you do beam system, and sometimes you try to see, in this case I try to delete this direction. It will have this fatal error. So it's like yeah, it's okay, but at least it allows us to save this file. So I'm going to save this one and open Revit again. Okay, so just give me a second, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so let's do it again. So let's select this beam system, copy to here, and then edit boundary. So yeah, try to avoid. So it's sometimes it can be quite tricky. So try to do it first. Okay, so not after you create a shape and try to delete that. So try to just delete that first, and then we can just create this shape. Looks like we need to maybe pick this one, delete that, trim. Yeah, I think this is good, and then finish. Right. So this is how we can do it on this side. Yeah, again, if you need here, so it's the same. So we can always copy this one. So now you can see it's not the same word plan. So we can use pick new and click on this to, oh, what's going on? It doesn't work. Try again. Face, right? So if you choose face, it will automatically align with this surface, and then again we need to edit boundary, right? So I'm going to just delete everything. Just, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and in this case we need to change the beam direction. We can't really pick a line, we need to draw a line. So I'll just draw a line. Doesn't really matter for this one because we're using maximum spacing. But if you want to, I think depending on how you try to, so see here currently the center, so it doesn't really matter. If you use like fix the distance and then you need to choose the justification, so you can choose the direction line. So okay, so you have the option to change, use the direction line, so which is this one, to decide where you want your pattern to start. But if you're using maximum spacing, doesn't really matter where you draw this line. So as long as the direction is correct, that's it. So now let's finish. Yeah, I think that's probably it, almost. Let's have a look again. Yeah, we have all these beams. Okay, so how about we create an opening? So how can we do that? Yes, we can do that. So, actually, let me just ungroup this one. So, yeah, because we don't want to open a lot of opening. So how can we do the opening? So I think it's quite simple for this one. We can just rotate. Oh, actually, we still need that, right? So maybe I'll just split. Hang on. Excuse me. So it looks like we need to unpin it first, and then we can just split, right? And then we can, with this one, we can rotate it by 90 degrees. It doesn't work. How about I'll just copy this one away from the original one. Maybe I'll just delete this one and try to rotate again. Yeah, it works. So it looks like previously it's stick with all this, so it creates some issue, right? And then we can just move it to roughly here. I want the opening to be roughly here, so this is the size maybe, and then we just need to clean up all this, right? So we can just so probably use extend, and also these as well. And that's it. That's that's some structure for the opening, and then okay, so I think that's it. So it's quite straightforward. It's all like model in place, but not mostly structure framing, right? So and then you just place them, trying to adjust the height, try to match the roof's pitch, and use beam system to align with the roof pitch to create use spacing to create all these rafters. And you can also copy and into an array, so it's easier it's easy to duplicate, and then how you can just do some justification to some of the framing. So this is it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, so I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.